Well, welcome to the Undiagnosed Podcast. I am your host with the most, Steve Clifton, aka Steve Clifford, aka Ketchup Man, aka what are the nicknames have I had? That's the names. Those are the three that I always say on the show because that's the real ones. The real ones I was like somebody gave to me. Like I've given my own self ones. We all have. But anyways, how are you doing? How are y'all doing? Hi, welcome to the show. If this is your first time listening, what? How'd you get over here? To me. Thank you. Thank you for listening. No, but if this is your first time listening, this podcast is about nothing and everything. Was that the Seinfeld one? Anyways, that podcast is me. I'm Steve Clifton. I used to be a stand-up. That's why it said Clifford. Comedy was my thing there for a little while. I changed my last name to Clifford to be on stage and do mics and stuff because every time I would go to a mic, you'd sign up and you'd type in, you'd write on a piece of paper your name, Steve Clifton. And every time they mess my name up. Every time. Steve Clifford was always the one that happened the most. Clifford, I got Clinton. I got Clinton. Bill Clinton, I got Clinton. I got a small Bill Clinton impersonation, I guess they're going. And anyways, it was always Clifford. And then my friends in high school used to call me Clifford all the time. See Clifford, like Clifford the big red dog. This one friend named Roland. He talks like that. I definitely have to send him the link now. Yeah. What are you doing? For the podcast, really? Just like talking stuff. Yeah. Big red dog Clifford. Anyways, so Clifford kind of stuck to me. Shout out to Roland, my friend Roland. I do really have a friend named Roland that kind of talks that way. I love that man. Anyways, but so I kind of stuck with me. So I actually changed my name to Clifford on Facebook and everything because I was getting I got on a show once and the guy was like, wait a minute, is your name Clifford or Clifton? Because your Facebook says Clifton and I'm promoting the show. It's going to be confusing. I was like, oh, okay. So I went on Facebook and changed my name to Steve Clifford there for a little bit. My wife was mad at me. She was like, does that mean I have to change my name? She's like, I was like, no, of course you don't. It's just a Facebook thing. Because it's weird, but okay. So I changed it and then I don't know. COVID happened and everybody quit doing stand up and I didn't do it for a while there. And so if I'm gonna do it again, I'm just gonna go with my real name, which is Clifton. Get it right. Clifton. It's not that hard. It's like Cliff and a ton. So I'm gonna go stay with Clifford. But I like the Clifford Comedy Productions name. That's still kind of cool. So I'll keep that around. You know, my like I have my own company here. Anyways, so if this is your first time listening, that's what you're gonna get. A lot of me rambling. I used to do stand up, and now I become a Christian a couple years ago. Yay! Like Easter a couple years ago. So I'm the same OG. Don't worry, I'm the same OG. I have the same sense of humor and stuff. I don't, some of that stuff doesn't. Yeah, I changed. I've changed. I've become a new person. I was reborn. So, hallelujah. But I'm still me. Still goofy. Still goofy. Try not to cuss as much. That's hard. By the way, if you ain't listening to the CWA podcast, why aren't you listening to that instead of this? CWA podcast. That's my podcast with my buddy Chris. He's the music director of my church, and we're like 11 episodes in. So much fun, man. So much fun. I started this one first about 3 or 4 years, no, 2, 3 years ago. And the first episode I did in my daughter's closet. She was out of town. Her closet was empty. And it was like the best place because for sound. I read it on Google online, and then about like this 5 minutes into it, I'm like, what am I doing? This is weird. Get out of here. And I got out of there. And so now this is like the 30th one of this undiagnosed one. But anyways, I met him and we hit it off and I said, hey, let's do a podcast together. Why don't you have one? Everybody has one. and we're like 12 episodes in. It's great. I love doing it. But however, schedules do not line up. Yeah, so Chris is a Monday through Friday computer guy. And I ain't hating at all because I got a lot of friends that are that way. I got a lot of friends that are that way, man. By the way, dude, I don't know if let's get on this topic. Let's go right into it. First off, before we get into that topic, look at this. My background here. This is the other side of my house. No one's ever seen. Don't tell my wife. Okay, that's her James Dean over there. Over here. You got a cross. My brother got me when I got baptized. Thank you so much, James. I love that thing. Typical ceiling fan, a bookcase that DVDs from like 20 years ago and nobody watches. And I turned my TV off. Okay. Anyways, people that work from home, I don't know if I could be disciplined enough, man. I feel like I'd be wanting to take a nap in the middle of the day a lot. Wake up, log on, make some eggs, turn on Sports Center, then get dressed. I mean, do you even wear pants if you work from home? I mean, come on, you're on a call right now all the time. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants. Shorts actually, swim trunks. I'm in Texas. Anyways, but yeah, actually, I think these might be the shorts that I got baptized in. Yeah, special shorts. So anyways, yeah, our schedules don't line up. So sometimes, yeah, because I don't have a set schedule. I'm like 6 to 4 one day, 2 to 10 one day off. I work at a grocery store, and I ain't hating on that either because that's where I'm supposed to be. However, sometimes I feel like I feel out of place here recently though. Because like I'm Mr. Here's another name. I'm Mr. Nice to everybody guy. I'm Mr. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going? I have to turn it off when I'm not at work or church. I have to turn that off. My wife's like, you don't have to say hello to everybody. You can be nice, but no, she don't say that. But I'm just saying, people are now sometimes they take me weird, so I have to like fill the room, know the audience. You know what's kind of weird though? I will tell you this: I don't do stand up no more. I went to the open mic about 3 or 4 months ago. I need to go to another one. It's just hard to get out there, man. But I still do bits on customers and people at work. I do people at church. Dude, whenever you make someone like the pastor at your church laugh or like somebody that's higher up in the church laugh in that environment where it's cleaner, you think adrenaline, that's an adrenaline rush, man. It happens to me sometimes. So anyway, so yeah, check out the CWA podcast, man. We get together when we can, and when we do, it's great. We have fun. We talk about Jesus, we talk about the Bible, and then we talk about swimming, and then we talk about barbecuing and man stuff, and it's great, man. We have fun. I hope we can do many, many, many more of those. But I did find myself, this process of doing the podcast. For you listeners that's been listening to me forever, thank you. The ones that are new here, I just told you I try comedy and I'm still working on it. I ain't give up on it yet. But I work at a grocery store, so the Lord has blessed me with what I can have and what I can handle. Nobody goes without here at all. Matter of fact, they spoil. We'll get into that here in a minute. We'll get into that. Look, I'm getting riled up in here. But there's no vacations every year like all these people going on 3 or 4 vacations, and we're fine with that. We're fine with that. So so we're good. I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling now. That's what this show's about. Lord, I was born a rambling man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kind of riled up today. You're probably thinking, well, he's riled up today. I'll tell you why. I'm trying to be positive and be encouraged after my little debacle today at church. We'll get into this. And so I do the announcements in my church. See, I can't even talk now. Announcements. And those of you who've known me forever know that I might be smart and funny and witty, but sometimes my words don't come out correctly. And I'm 45 and it still happens to me. So I do the announcements of my church, and being an overthinker, like I am, I'm trying to find an even medium of rehearsing what I'm just going to say too much and living in the moment there a little bit in the middle. And sometimes I find myself at church when I do announcements trying to find an even medium, honestly, because like I love going to my church, dude. I love it. And so sometimes I'm so into it that I forget, oh man, I got to do announcements. And I should have thought about it a little bit more. And then vice versa, just let it take over and see what happens. So I'm overthinking everything. I'm an overthinker, man. And I just really like proud of what I do when it comes to being public speaking, because public speaking is hard. There's a reason why no one does it. You like that pause there? There's a reason why no one does it. It's embarrassing when you mess up, dude. It's equivalent to bombing on comedy, is when you're doing public speaking at church, or like not really anywhere public speaking. You say something, you miss your line, or hit the camera there or whatever, you know. But a lot of times you just overthink it, and like you're the only one that knows that. And got in my head a little bit today. Got a little bit in my head today, and then, of course, what the Holy Spirit does is like, wait a minute here, dude, calm down. You ain't that cool, bro. You ain't that cool. Jesus is that cool. You ain't that cool. You know what I mean? What you're doing? You're doing something that's awesome, man. No, ain't nobody else going up there and talking about moving chairs on Tuesday and meetings on a Wednesday, and you're doing it. They picked you for a reason. You've been doing it for like a year and a half. So that's how the enemy get trusted. The enemy knows, man. The enemy knows when you're when you're doing something good, man. It'll get you. So I have to fight my way out of that. It's a lot of times still with the public speaking thing, because man, I'm so proud of what I do, and just want everything to go well. And sometimes I'll mess something up, or I mess a name up, or mess a thing up, and I don't know. Overthinking, man. Quit overthinking. Just have fun. Just be you. That's what I learned about this today. Between what happened at church and talking to my pastor and my brother, my father-in-law about it, and a couple of friends I got. And I rounded it all up, mixed it up with the Holy Spirit and pray about it. And it just says, Steve, just be Steve. What are you worried about? If you mess a line up or your background's horrible, just be you. It's eventually going to pay off, because that's what people like. Look at that. You got that? Oh, yeah. I've trademarked that. Anyways, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing Super Mario. Yes, I'm a grown man. I still play video games. Why are you hating? What's wrong with that? I pay all my bills. Okay. I go all to my daughter's events. I go to all my wife's stuff, and I listen to. I've never been missed anything of hers, and I've always been on time. I go to church. I pay all my bills. Mind your own business. What if I want? What if I want to? What if that's my escape for 30 minutes or 6 hours? Just kidding. Yeah, I play a lot of MLB The Show. The baseball game, because I'm a seam head. If you listen to CWA, I'm a seam head. I love baseball, man, and I've always it's my favorite sport. Still is. I think it always will be, which is really odd, because if you know me anything, if you guys that know me, I'm one of the most impatient people ever. I'm so impatient. If you look up in the dictionary, you see a picture of me saying, "Hurry up." I've really have been learning to kind of slow things down and live in the moment, and not worry about tomorrow and stuff, which the Bible helps for sure. But yeah, he's still working on me, so I still got some of those old anxieties, and I'm impatient. But baseball is so patient. Maybe I think that's what, and maybe I think that's what I'm so drawn to it. It's because it's so patient. I mean, if you think about it, even they started making rules now where they're trying to speed up the games because the games were so long because uh the pace of just and even whenever I play, even I know I make people mad. When I play people online baseball game, I'll still do the slow pace, make the pitcher. I'm gonna have to make it real. They make it look so real. I'm probably playing some kid that don't even appreciate it. That's what makes me mad about it. Yeah. Also, for you new listeners, I do a lot of let's say not complaining. I didn't even come up with a word of uh, I don't know. I just noticed stuff. I don't know. It's like, dude, come on, man. Whenever the first baseball game I ever played, every team every team looked the same. Every ball everything looked the same, dude. There was no field. There was one. Dee 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 dee. Horrible sounds, and I love those. And those got better and got better and got better. Now they're amazing. You can create a player with your name on it. The jersey has your name on the back. Hold on. Not only does the jersey have the name on your back, you can pick which team you're drafted by. So I'm drafted by the Rangers, duh. And then whenever it comes up, it says now batting Steve Clifton. Like the actual speaker says that. And then the announcer's like, Steve Clifton's 2 for 3 today. Oh man, are you kidding me? You know how awesome that is? How so it could be kind of a to me it's therapeutic, just to go up there because I love baseball when I was a little kid. I played it a couple of little leagues in baseball. You know, let's get into this. I played little league baseball back in the 80s, early 90s, whenever baseball was still mean. You think the moms and the parents and everything are mean now? I had some uncles get kicked out of games. Chris is always on the CWA podcast. You always talk about your uncles. Yeah, they were hardcore, man. They get kicked out of games. But anyways, I just love baseball. Just always have always loved baseball, and it's so to me still the only sport that like still feels so destiny. A lot of times, whenever something happens in baseball, it's like, of course that was supposed to happen. To me, in basketball, it's either, oh yeah, of course they were supposed to win, or like, how did they? And in football, it's a toss up. It's the Patriots or the Cowboys back in the 80s, and now it's in baseball. It's just like it seems like it's just so mad. I just love it. So to be a real person with your name on there, and you're on the actual team, and it has your stats, and you do autographs. It's amazing. I'm probably gonna play it after this because I'm off today. I am off today on Sunday. I wish I was off every Sunday. Everybody should be off every Sunday because it's a day of rest. Day of rest. So what else is going on? Other than that, just working and paying bills and the usual boring stuff that Americans have to deal with these days. Excuse me. I have no burping button there because apparently I should probably already end this podcast. Psych, I'm not even gonna end it. You're like, it's just we all do it. So, anyways, the Stars are out of it. Stars got eliminated. What do you do? Vegas Knights, hope they win the whole thing. I don't want Florida to ever win anything, man. I got a best friend that lives in Florida, and he ain't from there, so who cares? I don't. You go there because it's nice and you leave, bro. He lives there, so he lives in a nice neighborhood. I'm not hating on Florida. I'd live there too if I could. I'm just saying. The Rangers are doing good, like the second best team in baseball. What? What happened? Aaron Holman shout out. What happened? I don't know. I can't watch them because I don't have Bally Sports, so I can't watch the Rangers because I watched them forever on regular TV with an antenna when I was 8, 7. Should I be grandfathered in? all the way up into satellite. I watched them, and it was still on regular TV. And then this last couple of years, well, we're on this app that nobody has. You have to pay for it. I mean, I'm not paying for the Rangers, dude. I mean, I love them, but I'm there. I can't afford them. I guess I can't afford. That's sad. Why? And that's the one thing I will hate on baseball. Is like, come on, man. At least you're home. If you had to pay to watch the Cowboys, there'd be riots. Are you kidding me, bro? I remember there was a small span there in 88, 89 when I was a young kid where the Cowboys games, they would only show them if they were sold out. Believe it or not, they were having issues with that back then. And there was like one or two games where they did, and people were mad. And so could you imagine? No, there's no way. That's how more powerful football, I guess, apparently is. But baseball still has my heart, man. Rangers, Cubs, Braves. Cubs because they were on WGN when I was a little kid. I can watch them. Yeah, this guy knows how to party. Watching baseball at 2 on a June 11th and the 90s. Anyways, other than that, I got left home alone here because the girls are at youth up there at the church. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to record a podcast. See if I can still do this by myself without Chris. And this one don't have all the fancy whistles and the song beds. That man, you hear those things, dude? That dude's amazing, man. He makes all those song beds. Does like all the drums on there. Plays the guitar. Adds the all the stuff on. He does it. He does that on there. So it's crazy, dude. And I'm blessed to have him as a partner on that project. But I'm still gonna do this one every once in a while because this is like therapy to me, and I can't afford therapy. I got the Bible. That's what I got. That's all I need. So I ain't trying to preach to you the rest of the night. So I'm gonna let you go here. But you guys have a good one. Thanks for listening to the Undiagnosed Podcast. Like I said, this one's different from CWA on here. It's just me rambling, lightly complaining about stuff because I listen to way too much Bill Burr. And, living life out here. And if, this never takes off or nothing ever happens, when my daughter's like 50 and she's got her grandkid, she's going to look at your grandfather here sitting in the house on a Sunday talking to himself. Isn't he so cute? Anyways, I'm just kidding. All right, well, you guys have a good one. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go. Hey, guy.